Okay, so the first sales-focused funnel we're going to talk about is a low-ticket offer, or an LTO, also known as a self-liquidating offer. Now, this is one of my personal favorite types of funnels to build and offers to run, especially for my niche, which is online course creators and online coaches and consultants. Now, a couple quick things about the strategy and thought behind an LTO before we get into how it works in the iPad. An LTO, or a self-liquidating offer, is just like it sounds. It is a low-ticket offer. Most people define this as anywhere between $1 and $99, but at the end of the day, low ticket really comes down to how it compares with your other offers. If you are selling $50,000 offers, $100,000 offers, then your low ticket offer might be $5,000. But the rule of thumb for 99% of people is that it's going to be something very affordable, very low barrier of entry to your ecosystem, but it's not free. Typically, and from my experience, I see the best results with $27 low ticket offers, and we will get into some ideas and strategies of how we will increase that average order value. Now, it's also called a self-liquidating offer because your goal with an LTO is not necessarily to make your money in the LTO. You're gonna have a hard time making 6 figures a month, even 5 figures a month profitably with an LTO. It's called self-liquidating because if your offer is $27 and your cost per acquisition is $26, $27, whatever, then it's just paying for itself. But the beauty of this is that these are people who are buying into your ecosystem. They're going to be your highest quality leads. Even if they only spent $5, they still have bought in, and that means that they're more likely statistically to buy higher ticket products down the road. Now, let's break down in the iPad how an LTO works and why it's so important, because you might be wondering, well, if I'm just breaking even on this offer, what's the point? The point is that anything someone buys from that point afterwards of buying your LTO is pure profit, and if you follow this funnel, you'll be able to ascend them from that low ticket offer to a higher ticket purchase way faster than you will your free leads. So we'll jump into the iPad, we'll talk about how this works. As always, we start with our traffic sources. So for LTOs, we run a lot of paid ads here. So paid ads, of course, have your organic and any miscellaneous sources that you might have. And as always, this is all going to run traffic to our first page, which is going to be our sales page. Now, the whole purpose of this page is to get someone to purchase our low ticket offer. So a couple quick kind of bonus tips with LTOs that I personally, from my experience, have seen the most success with. Your LTO needs to be extremely simple. Someone needs to be able to look at it and know within a second what you are selling, what they will get, what the results will be after they go through it. A great example of a very successful LTO is with our course Micro Content Mastery. We have a variety of LTOs. One of them that's been extremely successful is editing Hormozy style reels, and that is extremely simple, right? Someone sees an ad, here's how you can edit these kind of viral trending reels. They go to the LTO, we reinforce their need of why they would need this information, what they can get out of it as a content creator, more views, more likes, bigger following, or if they're selling this service as someone who sells or runs a micro content agency, you will get better results for your clients, you'll be able to sell premium packages with this editing style, etc., etc. But the goal is that it is extremely straightforward, extremely simple. It's not complicated at all. For $27, you're going to learn this skill. Now, an additional aspect to really high converting LTO is value stacking it with bonuses. So for that very same Micro Content Mastery LTO, we offer a variety of bonuses. So you buy this LTO, and then hey, on top of that, you're also going to get our emoji asset pack for editing, our sound effect asset pack, our font and arrow asset pack, 100 ideas of plug and play for micro content, so a complete library of hooks, content ideas, etc. Absolutely everything you need to learn to master this editing style and start pushing out and creating high converting content. In addition to this, you're probably going to have, your VSL, right? You're gonna have your headline, you're gonna have your call to action, your testimonials, etc. As always, there will be links down below and walkthroughs for funnels that we've built out and personally seen success with. But for this overview, your main goal is to get someone to click one of your call to action buttons because they want to buy your low ticket offer. From there, they're going to go to the next stage in your funnel, which is your checkout page. Now, again, we'll break down in kind of the overview the best strategies that we are seeing for checkout pages when it comes to conversions, but your main goal here is to get someone to fill out the order form and buy the LTO. Now, this is where we come down to the first stage of increasing our average order value. We want to turn our $27 purchase into something that's closer to a $50 purchase. So what we typically do is add an order bump in. What we personally, again, I'm just speaking from my personal experience, we see the best success with $17 order bumps in regards to a $27 offer, but I want to encourage you to test different things. In CC360, you can easily split traffic between two A/B tested pages. You can test different order bumps, different pricing, different hooks, different anchors, all this different stuff. Test. So what we do is we pitch them a one-time order bump to get an exclusive offer for just $17. Now the key here to making sure people actually buy this order bump is it needs to literally go hand in hand with your low ticket offer. If it doesn't make sense with your low ticket offer, if it does not directly increase the effectiveness of someone achieving the results of your low ticket offer, it's not going to sell. People aren't going to add it on because it doesn't make sense. So for this example with the micro content editing mastery, our low ticket offer for $17 was get our proven system for hiring profitable editors and building an editing team so you can 10x your content output. This went hand in hand with it, right? The first thing is, hey, here's how you can learn this system, and then here's how you can actually build a team, give them this course, and you can scale this system, right? That has sold extremely well. Now, the next step, whether they purchased the order bump and added on that $17 or not, they're going to go to our first OTO upsell page. Now, we talked about these OTO pages in the lead generation module with the webinars, etc. It's the same thing. They're going to go to an OTO page. It's going to say, wait, your order hasn't been processed yet. We want to give you an exclusive offer. You're only going to see this once. Just like we talked about in that last module, we have a countdown timer that expires, and when it expires, they're directed to a new page. So this is where you are pitching them your one-time offer or OTO upsell to your main course. What we suggest, and what I personally have found the best results with, is giving a 50% off discount of whatever your target price, your ideal selling price is. For us, that 50% off price is $348. So we're going to give them an OTO offer to buy the full micro content mastery course for $348. If they say no, oh, and real quick actually, our call to action here, we have two calls to action. One is a positive, which is green, one is a negative, which is red. So our positive call to action right here, this is what we call a one-click upsell. So they have already put in their payment information here, and our system already has that information. So as soon as they click this green button, boom, added to their purchase, right? They do not have to put in payment information again. This is super seamless, and this really increases the amount of people that actually upsell. Now, you do need to be clear in your verbiage and say, hey, your order will be automatically applied upon click. We'll see more of that when we actually go through this funnel. Now, our negative call to action here will lead to our OTO downsell. Right, so just like we talked about in the last module, this is an OTO downsell where they can split this cost, so a split cost. So we're going to say, hey, your order still hasn't been processed. We want to give you one last chance to get in for 50% off. And this time there's a lower barrier to entry. You can actually split this and do the $348 over 2 months. Now, a couple other pages that are going to happen here. And once again, there's going to be our positive call to action, our negative call to action. For the negative call to action, those red buttons, we're typically saying something like, no thanks, I'll pay full price down the road, right? We're trying to put it in their mind that they will see so much value here, they're going to want this course. They might as well get it for 50% off now, or they're going to have to pay full price down the road. So there's a few different pages that work in here. The first page is going to be, if this timer here expires before they purchase, before they upsell or downsell, they're going to go to an additional page, which will say, you missed 50% off, but you can still save 100, right? So this will be kind of our OTO number 3, and this will be for anyone that has expired. Now, this is optional. You don't have to do this expired page. We've tested with it. We found that having a true a true sense of urgency just boosts our overall credibility in our marketing and helps with our overall numbers. But again, this is an optional page right here. So the other page that we're going to have would be our thank you page. Now, this is our confirmation page. This is where we are tracking our conversions for our paid ads so we can see how much we're paying per sale. Now there's a few ways people will get to this page. The first way will be if they say no right here and then they say no again right here, they will link to this page. The second way will be if they say yes to our first OTO, they will link to that page. The third way will be if they say yes to our second OTO, they will link to that page. And the fourth way would be if they said yes to our third OTO, they would link to that page. The point being, regardless of how much money they spend, when their purchasing cycle is complete, they must go to our thank you page so we can track the conversions, we can track our cost per conversion, really dive into our marketing and dive into our data and continue to refine things. So this is our LTO funnel at a glance. Again, we will go more into detail on this and break down an actual successful funnel. There are some different places that you can have automations in here. So if they purchase your LTO, but they don't purchase your upsell, you can put them into a custom automation to try to get them to purchase the upsell. If they purchase the upsell, and then you have other back-end offers, as we talked about before, the first automation should be make sure they're actually applying the information, actually getting results, helping them work through it, and then you can set up automations to upsell them to additional offers in your value ladder. But this is an LTO funnel, how I use it at a glance, how I've had success with it. As always, if you have questions, please do let me know, and if not, I'll see you in the next lesson. Peace.